Okay. May I audible to all? Hello. May I audible to all? Okay, okay, okay. And screen is also visible, no? Okay, okay, okay. This is the syllabus of the unit 1 that already I discussed yesterday. Today we will see the actual what is a polarography. It is also called as the voltammetry. Polarography, it is nothing but the voltammetric technique in which the current is measured as a function of the applied potential. You can realize that we can measure the current as a function of the applied potential. It is called as a voltammetry. Voltage itself stands for the potential, that you have to remember. Okay. Then what is a polarography, like that in the detail I have shared on the screen. Then first is same point as I said, that is when voltammetry is conducted with a dropping mercury electrode, it is called as a polarography. It is a electroanalytical technique. You can from the name itself it indicates that electro analytic is nothing but the you have to do the analysis by using the electrical current, or say voltage, or say electrical potential. It is nothing but electrolysis. It is a technique having the electrolysis. Then the dispenser suspends one drop of the mercury. It is called as a working electrode also from the bottom of the capillary. After the current and the voltage are measured, the drop is mechanically removed. Then a fresh drop is suspended and the next measurement is made. This is about the extra knowledge of this particular thing. But you have to remember that it is a voltammetric technique in which the current is measured as a function of that applied potential. Here voltammetry is a collective technique in which the relationship between the current and the voltage IE curve is observed during the electrochemical process. The most important electrode in the voltammetry is the working electrode, which could be made from a variety of materials including the mercury, platinum, gold, silver, then the glassy carbon, nickel, etc. Then difference between the potentiometry and the voltammetry. What is the basic difference in between the potentiometry and the voltammetry, that we will see one by one. Potentiometry is usually employed to find the concentration of the solute in the solution. It is one of the method of the electroanalytical chemistry. In this particular potentiometric measurement, the potential between the two electrode is measured using a high impedance voltmeter. We are using the voltmeter, also you can call it the potentiometer. Potentiometry in the potentiometric titration involves the measurement of the potential of suitable indicator electrode as a function of titrant volume. How we are going to determine? We are determining the potential difference, or the potential of the suitable indicator electrode as a function of the volume of titrant added. Here in the SY you did this potentiometry experiment. You know, we are adding the solution from the burette and then we are able to measure the potential. What is the change in the potential we are recording. Then next is the what is the voltammetry. You can see here I have shown this particular diagram, a whole assembly that used for in the polarography or say voltammetry. Voltammetry is also the category of the electroanalytical methods used in the analytics, chemistry and various industrial processes. In this particular technique, information about an analyte is obtained by measuring the current as the potential is varied. Same way, it involves the measurement of a current as a function of the applied potential. This is the definition of the polarography, or it is a definition of the voltammetry. See, what is voltammetry? Voltammetry is nothing but the electroanalytical methods in which the current is measured as a function of the applied potential. When in the voltammetry, when we are using the working electrode as a dropping mercury electrode, then it becomes a polarography. That you have to remember. That is important part yeah, in this particular topic. Then we will talk about types of the electrodes. There are the two types of the major electrodes that are used in the polarography. One is the polarizable electrode, it is also called as the microelectrode, and second one is the non-polarizable electrode, it is called as the microelectrode. Macroelectrode and microelectrode. Okay. In the polarizable electrode, the example, main example of this particular electrode is the dropping mercury electrode. Polarizable electrode, it does not possess its own potential and can take up any potential applied to it. Dropping mercury electrode is used as a polarizable electrode because it does not possess its own potential, hence will acquire any potential applied to it. Then due to the small size and the surface, it is also known as the microelectrode. It is called as a microelectrode, and non-polarizable electrode is called as a macro. That the spelling mistake is there. Instead of that my in the non-polarizable electrode, in the bracket there should be the macro. Instead of macro, that is written the micro. Make the correction in the notes. Then you can see the non-polarizable electrode. You can see the diagram, it is shown. You use already saturated calomel electrode is the best example of this non-polarizable electrode. It is also called as the indicator electrode also. It has its own potential and hence cannot take any potential applied to it. Saturated calomel electrode is used as non-polarizable electrode. Due to large size, it is called as the macro electrode. Why it is called as the, due to the large size? You can see in the polarizable electrode, we are going to use the fine drop of this particular mercury, and that's why it is called as the micro electrode. Whereas here we are using whole electrode, that's why it is called as the macro. You can differentiate between the micro and micro. These are the basic two types of the electrodes that are used in the DC polarography, or simply the polarography technique. Then we have to discuss the basic principle of the polarography. Now, how that particular polarography involves the various steps that we will see one by one. Again, it is an electroanalytical technique known as the voltammetry, which involves the study of the current voltage relationship in the electrolysis. I said it is a electrolysis. You know, electrolysis is nothing but the breaking of the, or say decomposition of the electrolyte after the application of the electric current. The electrolysis is carried out by using one electrode of the large surface area. It is called as a macro or non-polarizable electrode, and other having the small area for the polarization. It is called as the polarizable electrode. This is the whatever we have seen earlier, that is there in the principle. The electrolysis of the dilute metal ion solution is carried out in the presence of large concentration of an indifferent electrolyte under unstirred condition. That is very much important. The electrolysis of dilute metal ion solution is carried out in the presence of large concentration of an indifferent electrolyte under unstirred condition. We are not going to stir it, that's why it is called as the unstirred condition. When the microelectrode is used as DME, the technique is called as the polarography, that already we have seen. Then a graph of applied current, or say a graph of the current I in microamp versus applied potential gives the current voltage curve, is called as the polarogram. Here you can see the polarogram is shown. I think so already you have seen in the notes, that is a polarogram. I think so is missed from that particular place. This is the polarogram. You can see that voltage on the x-axis and the current on the y-axis, current in the microamp, and then this particular here you can see this microamp, current in the microamp, and the potential in the volt. that when you plot you will get this particularly, you can see there the small increase, means gradually increase, then sudden increase, and then that becomes the flat, that is a S-shaped curve of this particular is obtained. Here you can see the id is the decomposition current, and E half is there, half wave potential is there. Okay, that things we will see in the detail for this particular polarogram. Now this polarography is very much useful for the quantitative as well as the qualitative information about the composition of solution subjected to the electrolysis. It is very much important. What we can study from this particular technique, it will gives you the both the quantitative and qualitative information about the composition of the solution subjected to that particular electrolysis. This is whole about the principle of the polarography. In that you have to write up to these points, and then you have to plot the graph. That will be the principle of the polarography. Got this particular thing? Very simple unit is, it is also the questions are again the if the theory question is there, or say subjective questions will be there, at that time discuss the principle of polarography coming might be. Then the next part is there, the DME is very much important, and most important question of the university exam. It always come in the exam. But principle is also very much important, because once you know the principle, then you can easily remember that technique. You have to remember this. Polarography is nothing but the voltammetry, which involves the study of the current voltage relationship. For the MCQ purpose, same things will become. Polarography is dot 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 technique. It is also known as, okay, that micro electrode used in that particular polarography is that. Then polarizable electrode is known, that a particular polarizable electrode, dropping mercury electrode, that you have to remember. And non-polarizable electrode is nothing but the sorry then non-polarizable electrode you have to remember, that is a your what is that, saturated calomel electrode. And polarizable electrode is nothing but the micro electrode, DME, dropping mercury electrode. The name itself indicates that we are going to use the drop of that particular mercury during the experiment, during the analysis. Okay, if you are not getting anything, you can ask. Very simple things are there here. These are the types of the electrode, as already we have discussed. We will see one by one from the starting also. Okay, we have seen that particularly for the polarography. It is voltammetric technique, as I said. This is about extra knowledge about this polarography and voltammetry that you have to remember, because now if the exam is having the multiple choice question, so many question will be like that, twisted question will be there. That's why I given this extra. Then the difference between the potentiometry and voltammetry that we have seen. Then different types of the electrodes that already we have discussed. Two types of the electrodes are there, as I already said. Polarizable electrode, it is called the micro, and non-polarizable electrode, it is called as a macro. Polarizable is a dropping mercury electrode, and detail of this particular electrode we have seen, why it is called as a micro electrode. Then we have seen the macro electrode, saturated calomel electrode. This is whole about this. Then we have discussed about the principle of this particular technique, polarography. These 6 points are there. Then you have to plot the, then you have to plot this particular graph, and this will finish your that particular principle of the polarography. Please go through it. If you are not getting anything, you can ask. Okay.